everyone, it's Adventurous Angeli from Byte Camp. In the last two videos, we learned about the toolbar and settings. Today, we're going to learn about adding frames as well as adding images. So let's dive right on into it. And here you can see that I've drawn a frog. So we are going to start by adding frames. There are three different types of frames that you can add. If you go to the very bottom of our canvas here, at the very bottom of our screen, you'll see that there is a plus button. When you click that plus button, you can add a frame. So I already added one. It was just a copy of my last frame. So I can hold the plus button and I can actually pick which type of frame I want to do. So right now it's on duplicate the last frame, which is to basically copy the last frame that we previously made. So in this case, it was a frog. Let's say if we want to create a new frame. And now if I click the plus button, I have a completely new frame to work on and this frog is no longer there. Awesome, so we learned about duplicating a frame, we learned about having a new frame, and the final button is to paste into frame. So what this means is that if I get my lasso tool that we learned about earlier and I circle it, maybe just this part of the frog, and I choose to copy it at the very top of the page, then when I go and add a new frame, just that part gets added and copied to a new frame. So whatever I choose to copy automatically gets pasted onto the new frame, and then I'm able to play around with that. So we learned about the three different types of frames we can have, and now we're going to dive into how do we add a photo. So if you go to the top three dots at the very top right corner of your screen, and we click that, and we go to the third last one from the bottom, you have three options. So you can either do a camera, where I could choose to take a picture of my mouse. Maybe I really like that, I'm gonna use that. So it automatically adds it to my frame and I'm allowed to play around with it, move it around, squash it, stretch it, whatever I like. So let's say I want to add a different type of image. I can choose from my photo library. So I can go into my photos and I can be like, you know what, I like this type of frog too, and play around with that image as well. Let's say that finally I want to pick file. So file just means that it goes into my files and I can also pick from there. I currently don't have any, so I can't add any in, but you have that option as well. Today we learned about adding frames as well as adding photos into our project. So we learned three ways to add frames. We could either add a new frame, duplicate the last frame, or finally copy and paste into a new frame. When we go to images, we learned to import images in three different ways. We learned we can import from our camera, from our photo library, as well as our files. And that's it for today. If you like these videos, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment so we're encouraged to make more. But until then, happy animating.